It's time for a Heroes of the Storm podcast for the rest of us. This is Dirty Casual.
Welcome to Dirty Casual, a Heroes podcast for the rest of us. We're on the Frozen Box Network. I'm here with my co-hosts,
Argyle.
And Big Oakley.
And I'm Bearcatte. Happy holidays, everybody. Happy New Year. It is the year of the monkey, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yes, it is the year
Are
of the
there any
monkey.
monkey heroes?
There are no monkey
We have
heroes.
no Wukong
no
in this.
Wukong.
No.
No Wu-King.
They just need a Sun Wukong skin
Yeah.
for Karazim. Then he'd be the monkey.
Oh, yeah,
king.
there you go.
That
Yeah.
actually would be kind of cool.
I'd buy that.
Yeah.
Oh, no, what are you talking about? You hated that skin.
Well,
when
it'd
you
be
saw
cool.
it.
That's true. I hate the skin. I didn't say I'd fucking buy it. I'm just saying that it would be cool to have it for nerds like you.
Yeah, for me.
Yeah.
It would be cool. We haven't started. We're off
Yeah, I
topic,
know,
But it'd be
we already
really cool if the Diablo heroes got some of their armor sets as actual skins instead
That'd
of
be
like
cool.
some weirdo skins.
Yeah.
Like Harlequin and Zebo is scary.
That's kind of terrifying.
That's really spooky.
There's a lot of scary skins.
There are some really
So-
scary ones.
How was your holidays, everybody?
That was good.
It was good?
I finally bought skins.
You did.
I did. I
The
got
Santa came.
Santa came and gave me 20.
Great Father Winter came.
Great Father Winter
It
came.
was Winter Veil. Winter Veil was very good to me.
It was good to you. Finally not being a broke ass
Yeah.
out there.
That
You
didn't
got
happen.
a couple of your characters tricked out.
A couple. I got Judgment Uther, and I got Crown Prince Arthas, and I got Uther himself, and I got one more.
You got a
Raynor.
mount.
You got
Oh,
Raynor.
yeah, I got the mount. No, I got Raynor before.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I got Marshal Raynor before.
It
It was during the sale, but
But then you got the mount to match now, right?
I had the mount before. I got
the
So
Judgment.
you got the Judgment mount.
Yeah.
got Judgment.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was gonna buy Sugar Plum Sylvanas, but I ran out of money. So I have this stupid amount. I got like $275 in my account now that you can't spend.
Yeah, they need to fix that. You should be able to use partial. It's not.
That's weird.
That's
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
cool.
like I went to buy it and it's like, oh yeah, give me your credit card.
Yeah, Blizzard, get on that, please.
I would for $1. So I have to go buy another $20 worth of gift cards so that I can possibly use that $275 that's left over when I'm
That's how
done.
they get you.
Yep.
I hate them.
What about you?
I love them.
Argyle.
Great Father Winter also visited me.
Yeah.
I got a Diablo. I got the Angelic Diablo, which is really cool.
Giant.
It's also huge. It's
Yeah.
like he takes them. I mean, like Diablo's already big. It seems like this skin just makes him look bigger.
Oh
It
yeah.
does look bigger. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's advantage.
I think it's just because they put armor
Yeah.
on the model.
It's
Like,
hard to
yeah.
click anybody but you.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah,
Take out
it
the whole
really
screen.
is.
That's
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. That's why it's good skin.
It's really good.
game
Yeah.
breaking. I also got Marshal Raynor, even though I've only played Raynor like 5 times. I just like that skin. a
It's
lot.
so cool. Like
It's
you
really
have to
cool.
have it.
It's cowboy. I like that.
The sounds are the best part of the
Yeah.
skin.
And then I used. I also got a skin in Hearthstone. I bought the Medivh
Nice.
skin for Mage since I've been playing way too much Mage recently.
You've gone to the dark side.
I really have. Oh, like even worse. That you don't even know.
Oh man, it's gotten worse.
Yeah. I play Freeze Mage now.
Ooh.
I don't know.
bad.
I don't know if we
so-
can still be friends.
It's
Argyle.
so bad.
Why do you hate yourself and everyone
Well,
around
it's
you?
like, how do people have fun playing this?
Oh, but you like you're just like a beautiful mind with all the numbers.
Yeah,
going past you.
seriously. And Bob's like, I've got like my calculator out when I play Freeze Mage.
Man, that's how I feel playing Priest part of the time. It's because it's like, okay, I've got all this weird random crap in my hand that I have to somehow come up with lethal. If I smite my own guy and run it into this, I'll steal that one, and I'll have enough mana left over that I can kill that thing with Holy Fire, and then it'll do damage to him, and I win.
Yep.
It's dumb. I
Well,
love it.
I'm glad you guys had a nice holiday. It was
What-
good for me too. I went ahead and I got Sugar Plum Sylvanas myself.
You did.
I couldn't see. I didn't. She's a cute skin because she shoots everything pink. But I didn't realize how really cute her blue and black skins were for that, and so I snatched it up immediately when I looked up those, and I just went right on her. But what have you guys? So we've had a pretty fun couple weeks off, and I'm glad that we took the break.
Absolutely.
And Heroes kind of took a break too. It seems like there really wasn't any huge things going on.
They did their announcements before the break.
Mhm.
And we're waiting to see what comes next.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they'll make some changes soon because I think that I think we have a couple problems in the game right now. Or at the very least, I think we have problems for new players, and there's some complaining going on that I've been hearing. So let's get right into it. Let's talk about the state of the game.
State of the game.
The state of the game. Yeah.
We need some cool transitions.
Yeah,
we need to work on
that would be cool.
That is the transition now. We're just going to use that sound clip for everything.
I'll get one for silence at the end, and then we'll put it in.
So let's talk about current meta. What would you say? I know the most heroes I've been seeing recently have been about 4 or 5 heroes that I have written down here. So let's talk about these heroes. I got Diablo, Tyrande, Raynor, and Mirrodin.
And what do they all have in common?
Stuns.
Every one of them.
Stuns and high damage, actually. And so these guys... Yeah, so let's talk about the stun burst meta, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know that Argyle and I have been running the Diablo Tyrande
So good.
combo for a while now.
Well, you've run variations on it, too, because you did ETC Tyrande.
Mhm.
That's true, yes.
So you guys have been doing something with it for a long time.
Yeah. Basically, and the way this works, and I'm sure it's already happened to everyone here, is that somebody lands a stun on you, whether it be Tyrande first and then the other tank second, or the other way around. And then there's a follow-up with the vulnerability, a Hunter's Mark, and these heroes do enough damage. These tanks actually do enough damage to kill you pretty quickly. If not that, during a team fight, it's more or less pick a target, they die.
Yep.
So, I think that we've been experiencing a lot of this recently, and people, especially like in Quick Match, for instance, there's a lot of mirror matches I've been noticing in Quick Match.
Yeah, I've noticed that ever since they did the change for no tank. Since they brought that in, they're getting a lot more mirror matches.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think especially, it's with the no tank thing.
Yeah, the same thing they did with supports. If you don't have a support, you won't be matched with a team with a support. They did that for tanks. Warriors, sorry, they're not actually tanks.
That's true. Warriors. They make a big difference, though, whether they're performing a tank role or raiders.
Right, exactly. And yeah, Tyrande especially, I think, is like, you see the other heroes a lot. Raynor, you see a lot because he's cheap.
He's cheap and he's good.
He's good, yeah. But Tyrande has been just picked everywhere. And a lot of these problems also with like having Diablo, especially in the case of Diablo, is mostly just like a quick match hero league thing. This is not like a pro game problem.
No,
Yeah.
Some of these heroes are definitely a pro level.
We've seen
Like Murden.
We'll talk about
Murden, Tyrande,
Tyrande, Raynor as well.
Kel'Thas, yeah.
Mhm.
But
So-
the Diablo anomaly is definitely
A pub.
pub stomp hero league
Mhm.
thing, yeah.
Literally Firestorm. Pubs go down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I think that... So do you guys think this is a problem? This meta?
In the grand scheme of MOBAs, no. For heroes at the moment, yes.
Yeah.
I think.
I agree.
Yeah, because if you guys have played any other MOBA, that's basically how fights go. I mean, honestly.
Yes, it is.
You get stunned out, you die, basically.
Mhm.
And that has kind of adapted to heroes. And the problem with it being in heroes, though, is that there's only so many characters that have good, effective stuns. Like we see
These
in
hard
the
stuns.
exactly, just hard stuns like
Mhm.
that. And that's one of the reasons why ETC was picked a lot more recently, also in pro games, is because he has a very reliable hard stun. Muradin, same way. So you see those classes a lot because, hey, guess what? Stuns are pretty damn good, as it turns out.
Yeah,
Being able not to having your guy not fight back, pretty good for you.
Pretty solid. Now, since we're talking characters with hard stuns here, there's somebody that's not on our list that has a very reliable hard stun. Uther.
So
Because that's just a point and click.
You're
you
right.
cannot miss.
But you have to get really close.
Yeah.
So you're talking about a safe stun, right?
Right.
Tyrande with the Lunar Flare talent that lets her extend her range is incredible. It's an incredible shot, and it honestly, it just takes some practice to get even competent with it.
It's true.
And so I think that this is the problem here, is that when it's harder, if you have a good front line, especially, let's say Diablo, who can peel really easily for her, she's very safe. And secondly, the thing about Tyrande is her ultimate. So we're talking about Shadowstalk. Shadowstalk is an AoE heal that's on a very low cooldown. Well, it's on a 50 second cooldown.
That's pretty low.
It is. I think it's pretty low. It's about as low as Jug of 1,000 Cups.
It's right there with Kel'Thas Phoenix. That's like 45 seconds.
Yes, that's correct.
So,
And she also has cooldown reduction talents, which are very, very, very strong on her because they lower the cooldown on her ultimate. So, how could they fix this? I agree with Argyle. I think that overall, for most MOBAs, you fall into this. It's kind of a footsie game for team fights, where you're waiting to catch somebody for a gank or
who screws up first. Basically.
Yeah, it's basically who's going to screw up, who's going to extend a little bit too far out, who's going to get caught by that hook from Blitzcrank, who's going to or Clockwork.
Pudge, yeah.
Or Pudge, exactly. Who's going to get caught by these things, and then that engages, and then once you get that gank down, you can suddenly make a huge play.
And you see that in Heroes Pro Play all the time. And if you watch Pro Play and you watch your own games, like your own quick match games, you'll see some things that are very markedly different, especially over like objective areas.
And that's exactly what I'm about to say next. The absolute biggest difference between Heroes and any other MOBA is the amount of team fighting early on in the game. Anybody who has a stun as part of their kit like that, Raynor is not really included in this because Raynor doesn't get stun until later. But Diablo, Tyrande, Muradin, this right here is like the death squad from hell early on in the game because it's just part of their kit.
Mm-hmm.
So, early on in the game, you're trying to lane. You can get ganked really easily by a roaming Tyrande in Diablo or Tyrande Muradin, which we've seen a lot of times.
And even if you don't get ganked, you're forced out of the lane, and there goes your experience. So it's brutal.
And even if that doesn't happen, the tribute pops, and suddenly you have a team fight where it's really easy to get ganked, or it's easy to get caught out, or be a little bit too far overextend in that moment, and that fight is almost pretty much over at that point. If you already 5v5, now you're 4v5. So I think that's the biggest problem with this, is that you have these stuns that are based to the kit and team fighting very early on in the game. If it wasn't part of their kit, if it was something that was on later on in the game, it would be a different story. It's almost okay to have team fights like that because you have to pick your fights more wisely then.
Right.
But, so, how can we fix this, though?
I'd say one step would either be give more heroes Relentless.
Yes.
To reduce the cooldowns of CC. Or maybe make that better in some way. Or maybe do the classic Blizzard scaling of reduce the effectiveness baseline and then have talents later on to boost it to kind of where it is now. So that way you kind of be at that same level. It'll just take time. Exactly. So that way right out of the gate you don't have that. Another thing, and I commented on this earlier between the two of you, is maybe reverting Cleanse back to the way it was. I know that wasn't a very fun way to play the game, but I think it really did prevent a lot of the heavy stun focused meta that you see right now, because like 3 months ago you really didn't see a lot. Muradin is a staple, he's always been around, but you really didn't see characters like Tyrande and Diablo as prevalent a couple months ago. Like Rhaegar and Uther were like the big healers back then. Malfurion was really popular.
Yes.
And the common thread between those three is that they all had Cleanse, and Cleanse was stupid.
To pre-cleanse,
yeah, exactly, because Cleanse just gave you unstoppable for 2 seconds, essentially. And
and coming from a support player, what can you do if something that happens to your play? Unless you are Uther, you're going to burn your ultimate immediately, usually in the beginning of the fight.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to burn your ultimate immediately, which really screws you up because now you can't save it for Sonya, or you can't save it for ETC for his ultimate. You can't save them.
Right.
There's nothing you can do. They get bursted down too fast. So, go ahead.
I was just thinking, other than Uther burning his ultimate, he's got the option to counter stun. You try to counter whoever's going to blow him up, whoever's that target, but then yours is down. Either way, it puts you...
Well, it wouldn't matter, especially in a team fight. Say it's 3, because usually at that point, you're either 2 or 3 versus 1 when you have a stunned target, right? So you're talking about Diablo, Tyrande. If they're both on a target, even if you stun one of them for 1.5 seconds, which I don't even think it's that long for Uther stun, the other person's going to blow them up. It's not like a 1v1 situation.
Another
2v1 situation.
Another option is maybe introduce more vanilla talents akin to Relentless into the game, and maybe just as simple as have a cooldown, maybe a level 1 talent, be it like Will of Forsaken, or
that's exactly what I was going to say.
Or something like that, where you basically have it on a long cooldown, maybe make it like a 3 or 4 minute cooldown, maybe even 5 minute or something like that, so that way you
like
can't
Flash.
yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And just have it so if you're stunned, you hit it, you remove whatever CC's on you at the moment. That's a possibility.
I think you should be able to use that probably 3 times a game, so maybe 5 minutes. Yeah,
right. Yeah,
I think that's
make it a big cooldown so that way kind of like how Flash is used in League of Legends. That way, if like it's down, okay, cool, this target is available for the pickings. Like if they blow it early,
but of course somebody pay attention.
Yeah, exactly, yeah, and that's good. And it would probably be a good solution to a lot of the problems right now, but.
But does that make it a must-pick talent?
Exactly.
It
Yeah.
does. It does with the current meta.
Against certain lineups, but then if people are picking that more, then they're maybe not as likely to pick the. I mean, it becomes
you get back into the meta juggling that always happens as you make adjustments.
Another thing would be actually introducing pick bans into have a pick ban mode for a quick match.
Yeah.
And Hero League. Hero League already has pick.
Yes, but they do not have
not have ban. But that way you can ban out your offenders like Tyrande and Uther and Muradin and stuff like that.
The only way to do it right now is to pick them first.
Exactly, and you can't even do that quick match because you can play whatever you want. So you see those characters a lot.
Yeah, you go up against them constantly.
The number one picked hero in quick match is right now. Who do you think it is?
Tyrande.
Nope.
Raynor.
Nope, it's not. It's Nova. Nova is the number one picked hero in quick match. And the reason being is, again, this burst thing, right? So you're very likely going to be on a team that has good stuns. All you need to do is wait for the stun and burst them completely down. Not to mention she's constantly on free week. Like she seems like she has on
this
free
week again. Isn't
She's back up again. Is that like 3 in a row or like a 1 week gap or something? She's been up way too much.
Yes, so
she's annoying.
Special guest star.
Ugh.
See, they're getting ready for that Nova DLC in StarCraft, so they gotta.
That's true. Huh?
They gotta get ready.
And they're reworking her.
They gotta get ready for that. Yeah, exactly.
And the other character I have written down here regarding burst damage is Kael'thas, which is a very kind of obvious one.
He's always been in that place. Like he hasn't really changed much. All of the adjustments that they've made to him haven't really phased him.
They've been so minor.
all.
The thing I see people most complaining about for him is that mana shield now, actually, which is weird because people aren't complaining about the chain bomb anymore, but now they're complaining about this mana shield,
which isn't that big of a deal. I just came up with a question regarding mana shield. Oh, never mind. Abolish Magic only works on friendly players.
Yes, that would be crazy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was my thought.
Well,
that would be cool.
Can you offensively cleanse? I don't think so.
No, that's what he's.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, but I was wondering if the actual cleansability that Uther and stuff like that has. So I wonder if maybe no, that doesn't make a difference. I don't know.
Doesn't Kael'thas' shield last like 6 seconds?
It's a very long time. Yes,
that's a long time.
Because you basically
ability in this
you have to either choose to burn it all the way through, which is a long time to suddenly spend on this target, or to wait it or ignore him, and it's kind of a bad situation for him. He gets very powerful. I think he's more powerful once he gets that. Versus once he gets the chain bomb.
But here's the thing: if you catch him out of position and you're going to burn him down anyway, that shield is not that much.
It's about 2,000 health.
If you catch him out, as a team, if he gets set up for a gank and he hits that, he's gonna die anyway.
I think he just needs more variety.
That's what I think. Even with all the adjustments, he still just goes chain bomb. That's still his only build.
That's got to be a tough one for Blizzard though, just because the soul of Kael'thas is to be burst. I mean, that's not going to change. People are always going to complain about getting 100-0 by Kael'thas. No matter what, because that's essentially what the character is. So it's got to be really tough for them to figure out what can we actually adjust without making him too weak, keeping the original idea in mind. Because in my mind, the idea of Kael'thas is being a glass cannon.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I can understand people then complaining about the mana shield because that. You take away the glass from he just can't.
Yeah, now he just can't. Exactly. And so I think that's kind of an issue. I think that maybe they could nerf it a little bit. The shield, that is.
If you're going to do anything, I think the duration should be shortened.
I think so.
I think the amount of shield it gives you,
maybe half, by 3 seconds or something.
Yeah. The amount of shield it gives you is fine, and it is an oh shit button.
Yeah, but it's an oh shit ... All right, I'm still good, but I still got this bitchin' shield. I'm gonna do some crazy shit.
Right.
Yeah. So, I think it makes him way tankier. It's on a relatively short cooldown as well.
Yeah, I don't remember what it is, but it seems like it's up a lot.
But that aside, I think where his damage is at right now is good.
I think so too.
I agree.
I don't think it's crazy. Mm-hmm. It is absurd, but it's supposed to be. It's probably higher than others, but I would be shocked if it wasn't, I suppose.
Yeah, I like that. Like about both these heroes, Nova and Kael'thas, is that these are the two. When I say burst heroes, these are the heroes that come to most people's mind.
Mm-hmm.
And that's okay. You know, it's cool to have 2 heroes on the roster that can
out of
do that
47.
They can do that to 1 hero at a time.
Right.
It's not like they're going to take down your entire team. This is talking about a 1 hero nuke.
No, they fixed that for Kael'thas. He can't 100 to 0 5 heroes.
Yeah.
So
yes,
we don't have to worry about that.
So the biggest problem with both these heroes, I think, is no variety in builds.
I'm going to disagree. I think Nova has variety.
Nobody plays it.
I've seen it. You've seen multiple builds. You have the full-on clone build that is 100 to 0 without gathering power.
Yes.
She has that build. And then you have just the straight-up single-target gathering power shells build. She at least has 2 completely viable builds.
I guess that's true. She does have clones, or you can, I guess, mix them a little bit.
Yeah, and I tend to mix them. So she has a couple of builds. Kael'thas, though, his Flame Strike build is a joke. Like nobody plays the Flame Strike.
And the gravity lapse build too is not a maker.
No, because it's too gimmicky. You have to get 3 heroes lined up with your gravity lapse in order for it to even start being good. So no, Kael'thas definitely needs some adjustments on his variety.
Well, we're definitely going to see a Nova reworking soon anyway, so we'll see what happens with her.
Yeah, I'm interested in that. I think she's finally reaching a spot where she has at least some idea of variety. 2 builds.
So since Blizzard is taking some time and giving, at least Nova some love, what heroes, if they were to perform some of these nerfs that we're talking about to these really big buff heroes, what heroes do you think deserve some looking at? Who do you think needs to be elevated a little bit on the roster?
Gazla. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's one of the lowest picked heroes.
He is, if not definitely
the lowest picked.
In pro, absolutely the lowest.
Yeah, nobody looks at him anymore. And even in quick match, if somebody picks him, he's considered a joke.
It's a gimmick pick. Yeah.
I think it's just he's just too shoehorned in the PvE aspect of the game, so it's just boring because here's a character that's never that you never see him basically, and it's Gazlo's taking our top keep,
Yeah. He's kind of a nuisance, except he's not. He's easier to kill than Azmodan when you catch him out, and Azmodan can be the same thing. Mm-hmm. Azmodan's way more annoying. I think would be a really good buff for him is to make him a ranged hero. I think that if you were to make him a ranged hero, he would have a lot more mobility and be able to be in team fights and have those things up. And if you maybe gave him some range kind of stuff, I think that would really change him. It would also make it easier for him to perform some of his duties because he has some talents that buff based off how many basic attacks he makes. Yeah.
Because right now, if he gets in there into a team fight to do basic attacks, he's effed.
No, he doesn't actually do basic attacks in a team fight.
He doesn't even do it really at all.
He
only against
unless you take the buzzsaw build.
Buzzsaw build. Yeah, I think that would help him. I've always thought that. I think that if they made him a ranged hero, that actually just doing that would probably be a pretty good buff for him.
Yeah, he's in some weird middle ground right now.
Yeah, he can have a big gun, a slime gun or something.
He does the melee attacks with the buzzsaws, but then he stands back and charges a laser.
Yeah.
So and then he's got these turrets that you run around in, and it's weird.
I think there could be some cool kiting potential with him, and he could actually be a dangerous hero, his turrets do a surprising amount of damage.
He is a dangerous hero, yeah.
Yeah, he can be, if you're not taking time to take out the turrets and whatnot, but if you could...
Somebody's not taking him seriously.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So I think that would be a cool hero. What about you, Oakley?
Well,
I know mine.
I don't know. Gazlo seems like the perfect pick to me. What's yours?
Mine is Tychus. I think that Tychus deserves some love. I mean, nobody picks Tychus very often, even though he actually is a fairly strong hero. I just think that he's
brutal. He hurts.
He does hurt a lot. I just think that he needs a little love for some reason. Maybe a buff to AA damage to bring him up kind of to Raynor's level. That would be enough. Mm-hmm. Some base damage.
Adjusting his AA, though, would be really hard because Tychus attacks very, very, very fast.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't give his AA too much of a bump.
Or maybe if he just, his spin just ramps up faster or something like that. Something like that would be...
He has a talent that gives it, 1 or 2 more bumps. Why not make it baseline?
Just something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
because that's faster auto attacks.
Or maybe have a bigger period in between for it to degrade.
Yeah, because it
back to-
degrades very quickly.
Right. Yeah.
His damage is like in the hands of a good player. He's beastly.
brutal.
Yeah.
He's scary.
Yeah.
He's very scary.
Yeah. I think just with a couple, like some quality of life changes, which I've talked about with him, you know, a range indicator for Q, for instance, would be really good because it doesn't seem like it's hitting, even though it looks like it should be hitting sometimes.
Or maybe even more of like a graphic representation of it, because it's just kind of like it just happens.
Yes.
And he's hitting everything, and you're not really sure where to go and stuff like that. It's like Kunkka and Dota. It's like he just passively is kicking your ass, and you have no idea how.
Yeah,
Like,
you're like,
I was like, holy shit!
that's hot. Ow!
Yeah,
Ow.
like, oh man, I am at half health already. Like, like actually kind of akin to your Gazlo comment. Tychus is one of those guys that if you don't take seriously, you're gonna get fucked up and pushed out of lane immediately.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And he's a decent counter for, like, I mean, you're talking about any melee hero, he will F up really fast.
Yeah, he at the very least he forces you back out of the lane, away from your experience, while he just mows your stuff down.
Yeah,
So.
and he's also good for heroes, even like Zagara, for like the creep and stuff like that.
Yeah, because it just is caught in the crossfire if they place it wrong.
Yeah, they place it wrong. Or Murky. Murky is totally countered by Tychus.
Oh yeah, instantly.
Yeah,
because it just takes 3 auto attacks. Done.
Yeah,
I feel
you can just do it while you're like just his overdrive will kill it.
Yeah.
So you just do that and it's done.
I feel if you asked this question a couple weeks ago, I easily would have said Diablo. But he's actually seems to be in a pretty good spot right now.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think that the scaling was very kind to Diablo.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah,
No, it was good to some heroes and not so good to others. I know who needs help.
Okay.
Rexar.
I think that Rexar is similar to Gazlo.
I agree. Like he's so, at least in my hands and the hands of everybody we play with, he's so incredibly unwieldy still, even with the changes they made to Misha.
Is Rexar unwieldy or is Misha unwieldy?
Well, you can't look at them individually. They are together one hero.
You can't predict Misha. I think that's the problem.
Yes, I think that because it's really hard to split your attention between them two, because if you're not paying 100% attention to Misha, she will do what the fuck ever.
She's just gone. Yeah.
She just does weird stuff. She paths weirdly. So you're either standing in the background as Rexar, you're just playing Misha. You're not playing Rexar, or
you're playing Rexar and Misha's dead.
You're playing, jack of all trades, master of none, right?
Yeah. One thing that would definitely help Rexar, I think, is an increased range on his attacks.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Because, right, you have to be so close to everything.
Yes.
Like, by the time you realize you're in trouble because you've been looking at Misha, you're already in a lot of trouble.
It's just the positioning issue, because, I mean, he's a hunter. I mean, it doesn't even seem fair for him to have to be that close.
No.
Or another fun thing would be when he dies, you get to control Misha still.
That would be really cool.
That'd be fun.
I would like that just because I don't know. It's just so easy to pick him off. He has no escapes.
No, none.
And it'd be really good because
he does get feign, but at that, in most cases, like kind of when people use ice block, 9 times out of 10 they're just going to get blown up.
That would be a really good one, actually. I think, especially because she can't heal without Rexar, so she can still mess people up, but she can't get healed, and she has a lot of health, and so you can either choose to get out and like hit a fountain, or you can still try to come back in and manage your health. That would make it more exciting and give him more presence. And global presence, because even if he was still Misha, you could run away and take a point.
Yeah.
Maybe not take stuff, though. I don't know.
No, she's still considered a hero. You can't take that away.
No.
For this hypothetical
controlling if you're dead. So what I'm saying is you can take a point, like if you're your occupation, but I don't think you should be able to take a tribute, for instance.
I don't think she can't take tributes on her own anyway. She can't capture them.
I understand that.
So we're on the same page. Things stay consistent.
So exactly. Things stay consistent as they are now. That she can take things that require occupation, like a shrine or whatnot. But she can't take something, because if you're dead, I mean, that would seem a little bit overpowered to me. Yeah.
Yeah, like she can't activate the shrine on Infernals. She can't activate the shrine to start it. She can't do that. She can't collect tributes.
Right.
She can't turn in coins. She can't do things along those lines.
Right.
If only she could.
If only she could. That'd be insane. Yeah.
On the subject of warriors, though, I think maybe Chen needs, at the very least, just fix his fucking kick already.
Yeah.
Like, that's it, really. I mean, like
They have no problem fixing Illidan, so he works.
It
Why
would
can't they fix
just
Chen?
like that would be like such an amazing change.
Illidan's kind of in a bad place too.
Yeah, but at least his dive works.
No, yeah, you're right.
His
exactly.
Q works at least.
But like if Chen's flying kick actually worked as advertised and as intended, so it always body blocks, I think he'd be picked a lot.
Yeah.
Because right now it's just so inconsistent. Of 9 times out of 10,
You're behind
hitting
him.
the guy and falling behind him, or
Yeah, that's not cool.
Now it sucks that the way they've done that with Illidan is that it slows them down when he hits them. But it works. It's consistent. You know he's going to be annoying.
I actually do think they should add a small slow to that kick. A very slight one, not much of one, because it goes up to 90 after that talent. So I think it's reasonable to give him maybe a 20%, for decaying over a couple seconds. I think that would be pretty awesome, actually, and actually give him, again, a pretty big buff. Because if it always body blocked and it slowed you by 20%, that would be pretty.
And then maybe make Brewmaster's balance baseline, just because that is one of those talents that is a 100% pick at level 7, and it wouldn't be too absurd to have it baseline.
Right.
What else is in that tier even?
I don't know.
He's like, I've never picked it.
A crappy flame breath talent.
Yeah.
It's like makes your fire breath hit all around you. I believe.
Or does it set you on fire? You become fire bear.
No, that's level 4 talent.
Okay.
Oh, you can set yourself on fire? Oh, it's burning rage.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
But oh no, actually I think the level 7 one is the when you use it, it gives you burning rage when you use your fire breath.
Like Diablo's flame stomp.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
I see.
So yeah, it's just a crappy version of that size.
A burning rage, yeah. It's
Burning rage. You get it earlier, but
Yeah.
And I believe there's a talent in there that it increases the slow of your kick smash to 40%, which would be great to take if Brewmaster's balance wasn't at the same time. Stuff like that.
Like it's a good talent, but it's like some of our heroes we see they've got a good ultimate and they have the ultimate.
Right.
Like it's become a necessary pick for him at level 7.
Mm-hmm. So good. I think that these are really positive changes. I don't think they're actually too astronomical. I think that just making some of these changes would help with this burst meta and just more heroes. I mean, of course, you're going to have some. Yeah, you're going to need more
some
heroes.
Diversity.
Yeah.
Like, even if they never make it into Hero League, at least let us have some more fun and quick match.
Yeah, I think that we should see more slows and more roots and things like that versus these hard stuns. They're just too rough on especially new players. And if Blizzard wants to be a game where it can introduce people like you and me, Oakley, to this genre, I mean, it's just too brutal. And I think it increases toxicity because getting caught out, if you get caught out with a stun, the likelihood of you dying versus if you got rooted or slowed or whatever is way higher. And people get way pissed off way easier because they feel like they could have done it better than you. Whether or not they could have is moot point. As the fact is that the chances of you dying go up, therefore they can get really shitty about it. And so I don't want to see this turn into the way some of these other people get when they lose a video game.
We've still been seeing it already. So
yeah, as a result.
It's coming. It's awful when it happens.
Also, it's very hard for me to play my favorite heroes right now. It is so hard to land a mosh pit when everyone can stun.
Yes.
Or it's so hard to play Chen because you can't drink.
Yeah, you're not allowed.
He needs to let the bear drink.
Let the bear drink.
Let him drink.
Yeah, you're pretty much not allowed to play ETC unless Uther's on the team.
I can't now.
Yeah.
I can't believe we did one match last week that I can't believe I managed to land 2 mosh pits that did not get stunned out of, since every single person on their team could knock me out of it.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's something that you won't see in an organized area either. Like somebody will save their stun. There's one person that is responsible for kicking your butt.
Yeah, just like being on deer duty as Nova. Like, that's my literal job, is to kill the deer.
Or tentacle duty if you're a cleanser and there's a murky on the other team.
Oh, yeah, that's literally all you do is just cleanse.
That's Jinx. Anytime we're up against a murky and he's on Uther, he's like, well, I'm taking cleanse every single time. And it's necessary, unfortunately.
So next week, I think we're going to start a short series. We're going to talk about it a little bit, but it's definitely going to be one of these things. It's going to be a class breakdown where we go ahead and talk about the different roles in heroes, not necessarily specific heroes, although I'm sure they'll be mentioned, but
because we have our favorites.
But more of, what is a warrior? What is a specialist? What is a support? And what do they do? and maybe what they could add, what kind of heroes they could add to help expound on these roles. Because I think right now they're a little rigid, but we'll talk about that some other time.
And we see a lot of people coming from other Blizzard games, World of Warcraft, and from other MOBAs, League and Dota, that have different ideas about what some of these roles are supposed to be. I'd like to try to highlight how Blizzard has implemented them, maybe, as opposed to how they are represented in other games.
Yes. Another thing that I know is usually pretty popular on other channels are map strats. And so we'll do some quick map strats, especially for like maybe the newer maps, and some of our personal favorites we'll go over, like Blackheart's Bay, I know we really like here, and Ravenlord, yeah.
That's our bread and butter.
Those are definitely our bread and butter.
And my worst map ever, for some reason, is Sky Temple.
That's mine too.
I don't know.
Mine too.
I feel like we understand it. We know how it works, but apparently we do something wrong.
So
I'm just hoping they remove it like they did Haunted Mines.
Just get rid of it.
Because they already got rid of my least favorite map, so if they just kind of keep continuing this trend of removing my least favorite map.
Haunted Mines is my Tower of Doom. I love Haunted Mines,
man.
but I do like it. I like it because, we'll talk about it some other time.
It's removed from the game. It's not even worth
Isn't it removed from the game?
It's gone forever.
It's gone.
We're like 2 months Haunted Mines.
Yeah, it has.
It's beautiful.
You're like,
oh my god,
we're clean.
It's like I don't even get mad about loading into a game that much anymore. I'm pretty much at peace with most of the maps right now.
And then we'll also talk about. I know I want to do a short series or at least an episode or two on drafting. Before I do that, I want to learn some stuff.
We got to get into Hero League. We can't hang out in quick match.
Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna also start doing. I think, and I'm just bringing this on Argyle right now, but I think it's time we graduated, my friend.
Alright, that's cool.
I think it's time.
If you guys are ready, I'm ready.
The only problem with it is you won't be able to play your favorite heroes necessarily. That's honestly the biggest issue.
I mean, that's with everyone. Can't do our quests, can't do play favorite heroes, basically.
Yeah, you can't. So I mean, I'm excited. You guys ready for 2016?
I'm ready. Bring it on.
I'm gonna play this video game.
What about our free heroes this week?
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about free heroes this week. So let's go over this real fast. You'll see these on our stream. Free heroes this week are Raynor, Mirrodin, Rhaegar, Anubarak, Thrall, Azmodan, Tyrande, Sylvanas, Leoric, Nova. So if you're tired about everything we just talked about, too fucking bad. Because you're
in for a full week of it.
Yeah, you're in for a full week of this bullshit.
We didn't even mention it, but Anubarak is great for the stun meta.
Yeah, you don't see him that often, though. No. There's better heroes. I mean, why would you take him when you can take Mirrodin and Diablo?
Right, yeah. He's kind of a crummy Mirrodin now, especially because his damage is so low.
Yeah, they really need to buff him, too. Actually, I would love to see some bug love when it comes to Anubarak.
Well, you bring the love bug skin, don't you?
I don't have it.
Bring him back up to where he was before they nerfed him. I think they nerfed him a little too early.
Yeah, they did.
I think. I mean, granted, he was super strong. Like, he was like the warrior. Well, I remember when we first started playing, like, seriously.
Yes.
Anubarak was like the warrior.
It's true.
And then the Scarabs got nerfed a couple months after that, and he just has not been picked at all. And he's actually, I mean, he's fun, and his ults, both of his ults are really good.
Yes,
I think he's one of the few rare heroes where both are a lot of fun.
The web wrap actually fits perfectly in this meta as well.
It does, yeah.
It completely removes a hero from the fight. They're for several seconds because
8 seconds.
So you stun one down. And then you cocoon the other. Yeah. The rest of them are running screaming, and then you kill this guy.
You cocoon their cleanser.
Yeah.
Good to go. No, yeah, he'd be great to see more of, I think. Yeah. He was a lot of fun.
So I know that we're going to have some great games this week because almost all of us that we play these heroes very regularly.
Oh, totally.
There's somebody on this list for all 5 of us.
Yeah,
we're good to go. So
come on down to the stream, and we'll have some free play.
And if you have any suggestions about topics you'd like for us to do, feel free to hit us up at Dirty Casual Show
on Twitter.com. Twitter.com. The tweet. Give us a tweet. Like, comment, subscribe, put it on the YouTubes. Do whatever you gotta do.
Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, just get at us.
We're lonely.
Mm-hmm.
We miss you.
We missed you, everybody. I'm glad we're back.
Yeah,
this is fun. I miss this, actually.
All right. Well, good night.
Hold up, we didn't do our question. I've got a question.
Oh, you got a question?
Yeah, what's your hero's New Year's resolution?
My hero's New Year's resolution?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. My hero's New Year's resolution is, I can think of at least one off the bat, but I feel like I should get a better one. I want to get Tyrande to 15, because she gets gold at 15, and I love playing her, and that's kind of why I'm a little protective over her. I'm like, please do not nerf. Please, please, please. I just got used to being a solo healer. and probably to get a little better with certain warriors and to especially protecting back line. So that's kind of like my New Year's resolution.
I've got a couple as well. I want to get every hero on the roster currently. I'm like 8 heroes away from having all of them, and I've spent almost no real money on heroes.
I cannot say that.
I think I've bought 3 since I started, so it is possible. It's taken me this long to get there, but you can do it. So I want to finish that out. I also want to be more aggressive, just in general with my playing. Our friend Jordan he's played Dota and League for an untold number of hours, and he is one of the most aggressive players I have ever seen in this game, and he is very often rewarded for it. I don't necessarily want to get to his level of
that's because
crazy
we
aggro.
babysit his ass.
He's the protagonist.
If you did that solo, you would just die.
But we don't...
Jordan can get away with it because we babysit.
It's true. We start screaming and then we go after him. Yeah, he's a precious angel. Protect that Zeratul. Protect
that's what
whoever.
I'm saying. Like, I don't want to get that aggro, but you can be rewarded for being a little bit more aggressive than I am. I am super cautious.
Yeah, we play like rocks.
Yeah.
What about you, Argyle?
I want to get better with like the 2 class types I never play.
Specials and sport?
I was going to say assassin and specialist.
I guess you do play sport.
I play a good
Tacitor.
Tacitor, mostly.
Yeah.
Tacitor and Lily. Lily, I got to dead.
Yeah.
And I do play a lot of Malfurion and Tacitor when I have to. And I do fairly well with them. But specialists, I play Zagara and Abathur, but that's about it.
That's it.
And
it's like when Jinx plays anybody other than Abathur.
Oh, maybe 2016 will be the year I play Lost Vikings.
Holy crap.
Yeah, that's a scary one.
And then assassins, I'm really only comfortable with like Kerrigan mostly.
I guess that's true. I don't
really play assassins that much. I just don't like. I think I mentioned this before, but I think I play too conservatively.
Yes.
After playing Dota for so long,
right?
I just look for like I look for openings basically. And
you don't always get them.
You don't always get them, but because that my damage is usually like super duper low, like at the end of the matches and stuff like that. So
you gotta get better at harassing because you can do it in this game, especially in this game. You come from Dota, that's where you have the most time played, and using your mana in Dota it's a big no on creeps or anything like that. So you can waste a lot of mana. Right. I mean, you only have to be somewhat cognizant of it for the most part. Yeah, you really only have to be like, if maybe a tribute's coming, maybe I probably shouldn't hit that, fountain right now or something like that. So yeah, I think that we could benefit from seeing you play some specialists, especially. I think that'd be good. But you gotta have balls of steel to play some specialists. Yeah.
Well, I play a lot of warriors, so my MO is basically like, how much can I get away with playing this warrior, and I'm pretty good at that.
Yeah, when you played Sylvanas for your death toll, was all about that. Yeah. How much can I get away with?
Yeah, exactly.
You just got to work on that escape. You got the mentality, you just need the escape.
Yeah, she just needs support. But anyways, let's hear about your heroes' resolutions, New Year's resolutions. And let us know. You can tweet at us, like you said, at dirtycasualshow@twitter.com. And we will see you next week.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
This show is part of the Frozen Fox Radio Network. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at Frozen Fox Radio. Also, visit us at frozenfoxradio.com for information about this and all of our other shows. Frozen Fox Radio, cool things for you to listen to.